I'm with Kelly's Kitchen. I am a older white woman with grayish blonde hair. It's pulled back with a rubber band, and I'm wearing a black snap-up cook shirt over a white T-shirt. My background is probably white with some baskets in the back. So um, uh, what I want to talk to you about today is our last class in this series, and um, I hope you've had as much fun as I have and has learned as much as I have. Uh, Terri is a wonderful, wonderful cook, and she knows how to teach others how to cook. So I hope you've learned some things. And Today we're going to be cooking easy fruit salad and tuna cheese salad, proving that dinner does not have to be complicated, and it doesn't have to be cooked in the South. I mean, today it's 100 degrees at my house, so I'd rather not turn on the oven. So that's nice. Um, so anyway, uh, with that, I'm going to turn it over to Terri and Cody and let them explain the recipes and our process today. Looking forward to eating my dinner. See ya.
Thank you, Kelly. I will also give a description. I am a white woman with brown red hair, and I happen to have on my color-coded chef apron. My background is my kitchen. I have my son next to me. His name is Cody, and he is wearing a red shirt. Everything has to be colorful with the color-coded chef. I'm going to get started like all our other videos that we have done. We're going to walk through the recipe. We're going to take a look at all the things that we need. Then we're going to start mixing everything together. Between making the tuna cheese salad and the easy fruit salad, we will have a small video so everyone can catch up and get information. All right, I'm going to bring this up to the camera a little bit. So this is tuna cheese salad. Pickles are on the side. It serves two, and you always want to keep this no more than 3 days. This is going to be one of our faster recipes because it will take us about 10 minutes to actually make. So our ingredients, would you help me with the ingredients? All right, so what do we need here? Tuna, and this is shredded cheddar cheese. I'm actually doing a Mexican cheese blend this time. This is chopped walnuts. What's this? Mayonnaise. That's not mustard, it's relish. That's right. And the last ingredient is Worcestershire sauce. Now, I know that we have some people who want gluten-free. And so the Lee and Perrin Worcestershire sauce is gluten-free. I need to be, it does give it a little kick to this recipe, but it is the gluten-free option that we are going to be using today, and I have to be gluten-free here in the house. At the end, we are putting this tuna on bread because my son and my husband are going to eat it, and they don't have to be gluten-free. All right, we are going to be using a strainer, a small bowl, a fork, a spoon, a can opener, a pink measuring cup, a purple cup, the orange cup, the blue spoon, and the purple spoon. My apologies, Kaborski, for making your fingers go so fast. Let's turn our recipe over. This is from recipe pack 1. We are going to open the can of tuna with the can opener and drain the tuna in a strainer. Then we will pour the tuna into the bowl and break the bigger pieces apart. So would you help me with the can opener and the can of tuna? And we're going to use this bowl right here. There you go. Now go slow so that the can opener stays on the can. Now you may have an electric can opener or you may have manual. Your manual may or may not have a grip to it. All of those do work to open a can of tuna. You may even have a pull top can. All right, you don't, not yet. All right, you're almost there. There you go. Can you get me a paper towel, please? Right over here. Right there. Bring a couple paper towels over. There you go. All right. Yeah. Will you? Okay. Will you show me? Show everyone how to drain the tuna. There you go. Now you can gently press in on the lid to help drain the tuna. I'm also have a strainer here to catch if in case the lid came open. Great. Let's move that out of the way, please. Thank you. Would you pour that into the bowl and be very careful around the open lid? All right, thank you. Now let's use a fork and we're going to scrape the tuna out of the can. There we go. All right, my apologies. I thought let me move Cody over so you can see him in the camera. Did not realize we had shifted. All right, step 2. It's the cheese. We're going to measure what? A pink cup of the shredded cheese. We're going to pour that. Yeah. Into the bowl. There we go. We are using regular cheese. If you need a dairy-free option, I know that they do exist out on the market, and that may be something you want to use instead for your cheese. The next step is we're going to put of walnuts. Now, I buy my whole walnuts whole and then I chop them up. So I always have them in a jar in the refrigerator ready to go. Whoops. Let's turn that a little bit so we can scoop more. There we go. Let's get a little more in there. There we go. All right. This is going to give the tuna a little bit of crunch taste. All right. Step number 4. What kind of cup? Does that look like a green? An orange cup. We're going to measure 1 orange cup of mayonnaise, and we're going to put that into the bowl. And this is going to hold all our ingredients together. Might tap it on the edge. There it goes. There it goes. And I'm going to scrape the extra mayonnaise out of the cup. Would you set that over in the sink beside you, please? Yes, thank you. All right, our next ingredient, a blue teaspoon of relish. Now, I use relish that says no sugar added to it. You may buy your relish that does have some sugar mixed into it, but I like the idea of 0 calories, but the great tangy piece of the taste. All right, and our last ingredient to give it that little bit of zing is the Worcestershire sauce. Now make sure you shake it well. All right, and we need wet spoon. All right, would you grab a purple spoon? There you go. There. What he is doing is by putting the spoon next to the bowl and holding it there, it's able to hold it steady. Of course, I think I just put more in the bowl instead of in the spoon. There we go. All right. Next step is to mix all the ingredients together. All right. And you can use the spoon or you can use the fork for this. Now you want to make sure the large clumps of tuna get broken up. I think you're doing a fantastic job. All right, my turn. All right. If you notice, he did more stirring and I'm doing a little bit more chopping with the spoon. Because I like to have my ingredients evenly mixed and not get a large bite of tuna by itself. Now, if you are allergic to eggs, i.e. the mayo, you may want to consider using a plain coconut yogurt or a plain almond yogurt with your ingredients here. All right. What do you think? You like it? All right. Now we're going to go ahead and set this in the refrigerator a minute, okay? And then we're going to set up for the easy fruit salad. So while we're setting up for the easy fruit salad, we're going to ask Rachel to put on the next video. And the next video is about fresh and frozen fruit.
Hi, Kelly's Kitchen. My name is Susanna Scaroni, and I am a registered dietitian as well as a Paralympic wheelchair racer. And today I'm excited to share with you some of the comparisons between fresh and frozen fruits and vegetables. So when it comes to the frozen variety of fruits and vegetables, there are some main advantages that they have. And this is that they have a longer storage life, which means you can put them in the freezer longer than you could store them in the refrigerator or on the countertop. They typically are more cost effective, so they cost a little bit less than the fresh version does. They also are usually more convenient, as in they come already chopped and ready to be cooked versus you needing to prepare them and then wash the cutting board and the dishes after that. And also they tend to be higher in their vitamin and mineral content. And this is because right before they're frozen, that's after being harvested. And so right after harvest is usually when those vitamin and mineral contents are at their peak. And what happens with fresh fruits and vegetables is, they travel along from the harvest site to the grocery stores and then spend some time at the grocery stores as well before we bring them home. So you can lose some of those vitamin and minerals in just the storage time, and you lose that sort of time frame when you are freezing them. And I also now kind of want to highlight some of the main differences And this really comes from the preparation standpoint. Because frozen vegetables and fruits have been just quickly heated before being frozen, that means they're already partially cooked when you are about ready to cook them. And what this translates to is to using shorter cooking times and typically less fluid if you were to be cooking them in a fluid base. So another implication of them being pre-cooked slightly before being frozen and the freezing process itself is that the texture is usually impacted. And so again, to avoid fruits and vegetables that have been frozen becoming mushy, you again lower the cooking time and also use less fluid with those. Let's talk about how they're similar. So fresh and frozen fruits and vegetables both are great sources of micronutrients, macronutrients, and fiber and water. So really finding whatever is best for you, what you have available to you, and your budget is really the best way to go.
Thank you very much, Rachel, for doing that video. I am rinsed my orange cup to get the mayonnaise out of it because we'll need it for the next recipe. And I just rinsed my little strainer out. Now we're going to get ready for easy fruit salad. On hot summer days, this is a great piece to have because it's very light to eat. What's nice about also this recipe is you're not making a giant bowl of it. So one of the first steps that you typically do, and we have talked about this on previous videos, is that you would make your fruit and vegetable spray, and you would spray that on your grapes and have your grapes completely clean before you start using them in the recipe. I did that earlier. If you need to do that, you can. Make sure you get them well rinsed, okay? And when you soak them, make sure you use at least 5 minutes on the soaking. So we've already personally have washed and rinsed the apple and the grapes here for us. We are going to go ahead and jump. I'm sorry, my apologies. We need to go over the recipe. So our first ingredient is peaches. Pineapple, apple. Now the next 3 ingredients are considered optional. So they are chopped, not walnuts, but pecans. You could put walnuts in, yogurt, and marshmallows. Now, yeah, I know it's a secret ingredient and it gives it just a little bit more sweeter taste, but sometimes it's fun to have marshmallows in your salad. All right, so we are going to use 1 4-ounce cup from each of these packages to make this. So would you go ahead and grab the peach cup? All right, here's the different fruit cups. Thank you. All right, that one is a pineapple. Nope, not yet. I want you to grab peach first. There you go. Now, I had an elementary student teach me this trick. You know that there's an air bubble? Let's see, let me get it up close to the camera. But you see the little air bubble up here? And you notice that the air bubble moves around. And if I just opened it like this, I'm going to get juice. Yeah, spilled everywhere, juice everywhere. But if I tilt it slightly so that the air bubble is at the top, look what happened. No spill. All right, but we got to train the juice out. So can you put it in there? Yeah. Here you go. Good job. Just drain it. That's okay. That's what it's there for. Just to catch. All right. Now, the next step, after we drain the peaches is we put it in the, all right, go. Now we need to grab the pears. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to tilt it slightly so the air bubble is up at the front. So that we there, and then drain it straight into the strainer. There you go. Let's take the pears and throw them into the bowl next. There you go. Now you can do the pineapple. Open it slowly from the top. Being a little stubborn. Do you need some help? Okay, that's all right. It's always good to ask for. Yeah, there you go. Almost a little harder. I agree. There we go. Let's pour that on in. All right. Let's move the strainer bowl out of the way, please. Thank you. All right. And now we need 1 purple cup of grapes. I set my purple cup over here. Excuse me. Thank you for stirring that up. Thank you. All right. Now, you're doing a good job. Yes. All right, we're going to put the grapes in. You could put the grapes in whole, or you may want to cut them if they're those super large grapes. You may want to cut them in half. So we need to put 1 purple cup of grapes in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'd say 10 grapes did it. There we go, 10 grapes. All right. Now we're going to use an apple slicer, and we're going to slice our apple, and then we're going to cut it into bite-sized pieces. A small apple will work because we're not going to use the whole apple. We're just going to use a few slices of the apple. Wow, that is a juicy apple. Yeah. Set that out of the way. Yep, move the core out of the way. You can put it over there in the strainer bowl. Yes, please. Now, you can do this 2 ways. You can use your kitchen cutter, and you can chop up your apple that way. You want to help cut? Or you may use a knife. Now, you have to gently. There you go. Just kind of roll it. There you go. So this one, you're right to the very edge. Let's do that one. Watch your fingers. Slowly. There you go. And 1 more piece, please. Go. And now we're almost to the end. So we are going to now put in the green spoon of pecans. If you have a nut allergy, you can leave these out. It's optional. And I like to buy pecan chips at the store versus pecan pieces because they're so much smaller. Gently, gently. All right. Now the next two ingredients, you can put the yogurt in there if you would like to. All right, you want to put yogurt in? The one at the back behind that. Yes, please. We're going to be adding yogurt. Another one.
Terri, this is Rachel. I have a question. Um, does the shelf life change when you add the yogurt in, or does it still stay good for about the same amount of time?
It still will stay good for about 3 days. I've never had it last that long in our own kitchen because we make it in such small amounts. Okay.
Okay, great. That's what I was wondering. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And once again, for dairy-free, I am using coconut yogurt here, but I'm using the plain. You could also use a vanilla yogurt. Let's put that back. I want to stir this up real quick. Yeah, put it back. I want to do a quick stir. Yeah, I do. It's not hot. It's just I wanted to stir it. There we go. All right. There we go. The last ingredient is marshmallows, and I am not putting marshmallows in my particular. I know, darn, but no marshmallows today. All right, can you give it one more stir, please? That is looking very, very yummy. Right here. There you go. Let's show it off. All right. I'm going to get out the small dish. Yeah. Because I want to show what a serving size might look like. Yes, if you get the tuna out, that'd be great. So if you think about this cup, okay, mixed up, I'm using about the same amount of fruit and just putting it into the container. Excuse me 1 second, the tuna just got stuck in the refrigerator. It was caught on the edge there. There we go. All right. In a moment. In a moment. Can you bring the bread over first? Are you excited to eat this? All right. Well, let's just do one at a time, okay? So we'll put, yeah. Now, if you originally remember, the tuna was set up to be for 2 servings, and it can be set up, if you spread it thin, you can make it go for 3. No, this one does not have mustard in it, honey. No. And then you may also want to serve it on crackers, and I apologize if I just repeated myself. All right, so we're getting your tuna. You might want to try, instead of on bread, to put it on toast or a bagel or something a little bit different. All right, somebody is already getting into the pickles. He likes pickles on the side.
Me too. I love pickles.
All righty. I know. Just a minute, okay? Mom can only do things so much. And now we have plated our food to eat. And we are now done.
Yummy, yummy. Thank you so much, Terri. Terri, that was wonderful as always. You are easy to follow, and the color coded chef kit is the key. I mean, it's just makes things easier for everyone, and so I want to thank you for that. You and Cody for that. That's a something you did for him, and it's gonna we're gonna be able to spread it to a lot of people. But I just want to thank you for these 4 classes, and want to let everyone know that we are looking towards maybe a shorter schedule in the fall. So we're going to take a couple of months off, regroup, think about some recipes. Maybe if you'd like to contact us and let us know what you'd like to see, you've got the color coded chef book. Pick out a recipe. Let us know, let us hear from you. So thanks for joining us today. And I hope you learned something. I know I did. And I just want to give Terri and Cody a big shout out because you two are fabulous. Thank you so much.
And if there's a recipe that's not in the book, but you would like to see what it is, like we did the roasted tomato soup in our second session, I would like to know what your favorite recipe is and send it over. And let's see what we can do for future recipes.
That's a great idea. That is a great idea, Terri. Wonderful. Maybe what's your favorite Thanksgiving food? I don't know. More to come. Thanks,
Yes.
everybody.
Take
Have
care.
a good evening and enjoy your dinner.
Thank you.